Hello my friends, Kaitlyn here, and have you ever been just too darn afraid to talk to your crush? Yeah, no point in even thinking about how to ask them out or getting over being awkward because I'm too afraid to even look in their direction. Let's figure this mess out. So I have a fair amount of dating advice in my video catalog, so much so that sometimes I feel like I have no more advice to give. But I've seen several comments recently all in the same vein. I can't ask my crush out because I'm too afraid to talk to them. And it's like, yes, this is a problem. I've addressed things around this idea, like being shy, but never really taken on being too afraid head on. So what does being too afraid to talk to your crush actually mean? Being too afraid to ask your crush out is being afraid of rejection, like your friends, or you're comfortably under the radar and you're afraid of messing that up. But you might be so afraid that you can't even bring yourself to talk to them, like you're just pining after them from far away. This was me, like all of middle school and a fair amount of high school too, actually. I would develop a crush on some guy that I kind of knew, but he would do something that would endear me to him and I would fall madly in love with him. But they weren't necessarily in my immediate friend group, so I wouldn't really have a chance to talk to them very much. And I was far too afraid to just go up and start a conversation. Things that gave me hope though. Not everyone is afraid of talking to their crush. Like there were several times where I had a crush on someone and eventually that person ended up coming and talking to me because later I found out they had a crush on me. Yay, success, progress, or really just coincidence. But that ended up making me more confident in the long run so that I would end up later taking a chance and going and trying to talk to someone I had a crush on. However, it didn't mean that I was never met with rejection. Oh my, sometimes I ran head on into a brick wall. Very unfun. So on the one hand, I feel like the obvious answer is just go for it, talk to him, you can do it. So like, yeah, part of moving past your fears is putting yourself into a situation that you fear in the first place. It sucks so bad, but you're either really rewarded or you are rejected and it continues to suck. Well, that's not good, but what other options do you have? For me growing up, it was accepting that I was probably always going to be pining after someone unnoticed in the corner unless they happened to talk to me. Or spending a fair amount of time imagining what I would say to them and maybe, just maybe, getting up enough courage to try it out. But now that I'm older and a bit more mature, I also see that just talking to someone who might be your crush isn't really that scary overall. I mean, don't roll in there with guns blazing, asking them out immediately. Talk about things that might be a common interest. Class, work, the new Avengers movie. Give yourself, say, 3 minutes, and if nothing seems to be clicking, then say, hey, I gotta go, it was nice talking to you, and just walk away. Go back to the drawing board and think of some new topics, and then try again maybe tomorrow or the next week, or however long it takes you to calm down and feel okay. The great thing is that most people don't actually realize what's going on. They're not like, oh, look at this dork trying to get me to crush on her, as if. That's very Disney Channel movie style, and real life just isn't like that. People are too busy and like wrapped up in their own world to worry about whatever it is you're up to. Now seriously, how much patience do you have to try to figure out what everyone else is doing? Like 90% of the time, it's just shake your head and move on. Okay, so here we are. Talking to your crush is scary, and being afraid to talk to your crush is pretty normal. No one wants to be rejected, but the best thing you can do is just go for it. Now how much planning you put into it beforehand, that's up to you. Whoa, so now it is your turn. What do you think about being too afraid to talk to your crush? Tell me down in the comments, plus remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if this video made you smile. See you guys on Tuesday.